Welcome to the Veterans for America First Vet Voice podcast. I'm Jared Craig, host of the podcast and ambassador for Veterans for America First. I have the pleasure today of speaking with Carmen Montiel, a U.S. congressional candidate for Texas Congressional District 18. And she is a Veterans for America First endorsed candidate. And first of all, I want to congratulate you for winning your primary election. And the purpose of this interview is to get as much coverage and information out there as to who is my candidate, what are they about, and how can I help. So if you would please share with our audience, who is Carmen Montiel and what are your platform plans?
Well, Jared, thank you for having me. First of all, I appreciate it to have this opportunity. Well, I was born and raised in Venezuela. I came to United States 34 years ago as a student. I was in North Carolina and Tennessee first. And then in 1991, I moved to Houston, Texas. And Houston, Texas is been my home ever since for the last 31 years. I am a mother of three. I'm a journalist. Today, I am a commercial realtor. And I saw from afar what happened to Venezuela, when the communist regime took over, and we have to help get our parents out, and we have to see our family being completely displaced all over the world today. And a few years ago, I started to see how there were so many things that were similar happening in the United States. And that's when I decided to get involved and run for office.
So you saw socialism, communism, and the push that our youth are so excited about. You've seen it fail in your home country, correct?
Yeah, completely. Venezuela went from being a country where over 65% of the population were middle class, and the rest was equally divided among rich and poor. And now, today, 94% of the population are poor, looking for food in the trash cans. Education has been completely destroyed. Everybody who can leave it's have left or is planning to leave the country. It is a total disaster, a country that is rich in oil and minerals. There is no reason for a country that is so rich, like I said, on the ground, to be going through this situation. But that's what happened with communism. Communism just destroyed, create hunger, poverty, and misery.
And to preserve the country that we have now, or we had in the recent history, we are
Like I
supporting our.
always say, I have something that I always tell people. I said, I lost a country and I refuse to lose another one.
That is a very strong statement to make. And your platform, your issues, your interests are how we're going to save America. So, what are your platform issues and those things that are most important to those in your district and District 18, or as you believe are necessary to preserve this nation?
Well, the most important thing that is affecting everybody in the city, and this is a problem that is across United States, but specifically my district, is crime. We have a high crime throughout the city, throughout United States, but my district is the one with the highest rate in crime. So that's the most important issue. Then the second important issue is inflation. Our people are having a hard time feeding their families, gas prices, and high cost of goods. This is a problem. We need to tackle inflation. We need to stop spending. We need to start drilling. We need to restart the Keystone pipeline. That way, the oil prices will go down and that will help inflation. But stop spending is a must. The other issue that is important for our district is to close the border, because definitely this open border is affecting the state, is affecting us. We are a border city. We're near, the border. So people looks to come here. Is increasing crime. So everybody in the district, they want the border closed, because also, the media income in my district is $46,000. And these people are coming to compete for jobs with the people in the district. And the other issue that is very, very important for everybody is parental rights. Right now, we're facing a problem where schools and teachers unions and school boards have decided to teach whatever they decide to our children and to manipulate and brainwash them. And that's something that no parents come, we come first. I am a mother of 3, and we're the ones that have to decide what can be taught and what cannot be taught to our children. And in reality, schools are there to teach our children to do math, English, and science, chemistry, physics, but all the other, social issues are for the parents to decide when and where to start talking about them with their children.
Well, it's
I'm sorry.
common sense. The America First agenda is pretty much common sense. And I think all of us that are pushing for candidates and supporting the candidates that are for America First, we're finding it's not so common to have common sense. And the youth are lost, I believe, to see the value of what our country is supposed to be and have the potential of what it can be. So I want people to know how they can reach out and find more information about your campaign, how they can reach out to you to volunteer from all aspects of life, and how they can make donations and raise money for your campaign. So please share with us your website and all of the contact information that you'd like.
In my website, you can donate. You can get more information about my campaign. You can sign up for volunteering, and that's www.carmenforcongress.com, and that's for Congress, FOR. Also, please follow me in all social media. In Twitter, is the only place where I am Carmen with a number 4 Congress. And Instagram, I am Carmen for Congress, FOR. Facebook, Carmen for Congress, FOR. Visit my page. We need to raise money for this last stretch of our campaign. We are having an incredible momentum. This is completely winnable as the district change. The demographics in the district change. The majority right now is almost 50% Latinos in the district. And also the Blacks that are now like around between 33 to 35%, and white 17%, and 2 to 3% Asian. Even the Blacks are abandoning the Democratic Party. Latinos are finally voting our values. We always been conservative. So this will be historical to finally unseat my opponent, who has been sitting in this district for 20 years and done nothing for the people of our district.
Well, lastly, I realize you have a personal story that you've actually published. You're an author. I believe the name of the book is Stolen Identity. So if they want to know beyond the politician, they can find out your personal story. And where is that available?
Well, it's available in Amazon. I am a survivor of domestic violence during my trying to get out of the situation. As you know, so when you are in a situation with domestic violence, the relationship becomes very toxic. My oppressor really set me up and try to get me into problems that I have to defend myself in the court of law, and I did. I proved my case, but I wrote the whole story to teach women that it's possible to get out of it, to teach women that it can happen to anybody, even among highly educated people, and to give them the tools of how to get out. And the best way is stop the silence. We need to start talking about it. And I know there is a lot of embarrassment. And usually when you're a victim of domestic violence, people victimize you. It still is the day that people victimize me, because people wonder and further accuse you, and that needs to stop. We're in the 21st century, and people needs to, to give the right place to women we deserve and stop domestic violence and abuse toward women, because it's another form of slavery. It's the reality when they get you in a situation that you don't know how to get out, especially because in my case, I have my children, my family. I was trying to protect my children, and that's pretty much the situation of all women.
Well, I look forward to having you back on the show as a celebration that you have won the general election.
Amen.
So I look forward to that. We sponsor or we endorse you fully, and we hope the best. If there's anything we can do, reach out to us, and we'll be happy to accommodate. So I look forward to later interview. And did you have any sign off?
I appreciate it. Just tell people again to go back to carmenforcongress.com and help our campaign so we can succeed and we will win on November the 8th.